Nice 60 frames per second. Whoa, uncommon thing in a common situation. Didn't panic. That person was in the wrong lane.
What?
You notice how it's a blind turn.
What an idiot.
Yeah, an idiot. It was a blind turn, and that person wasn't supposed to be there. But we handled it pretty well. Look at that's the crest of the hill right there. If you can see that, see how the road disappears? That's the crest of the hill, and it's turning right. It's a blind turn. Crest of the hill and blind turn going to the right. We are planning our ride really well, okay? Really well. We can see the person poking their head out like a little turtle head. Got a little poo-poo. Planning our ride pretty well. So if anybody does that, we're good. But here's the thing. When we plan our ride, we want to have the best space cushion, best line of sight, and the best escape paths. Right now, our escape paths off to the right, not so good, but we're on a dual sport, so it can be done. Line of sight, if we were over here where I am standing, we were going to be able to see a little bit better. From right here, it's going to be kind of blocked off. That's our line of sight. So for better line of sight is right here, but space cushions around a blind corner for any idiota, this is good. So really, he only has 2 out of the 3 things when it comes to planning a ride. It worked out for him. Now, if he was over here on this side and this person was coming here, at the last second, that person did swerve. So at the last second, the person did do this. What we would have to do is adapt. Okay, that's part of planning. Okay, so we're going to locate the hazard. We position, locate, and we can adapt. In this situation, we're positioned for safety for this situation. That's pretty much it. That's all you can really do. Handled it well, didn't panic, because usually in these situations, they slam the front brake. That's no buenos.
Jesus, you.
Didn't panic. So did good. Remember, be a smart rider. We do have the Smart Rider Basic Training e-course. You want to check it out. We talk more about planning and how to be a smart rider. Biker states he was impatient. Eric and Ellie, this is a DDFM crew member. How you doing? Are you watching this, Eric and Ellie? Are you watching this? Suffered a concussion, broken clavicle, a punctured lung. What? Are you okay, dude? Oh my gosh. He was doing some smart rider drills just recently. We're in Tucson too, man. Are you doing all right? Or is this a while back? Okay, a little bit close. Don't pass. Don't do that. I think this was before he became a smart rider. I'm going to take a quick guess. Eric and Ellie usually watches these live streams. I don't know exactly where this is at. I know this is Tucson. All right, so we're going to watch it just real close. Yeah, this is definitely going to be... Okay. Might be on the west side. All right, we're coming up to here. Now, let's not share. Okay, first, let's not share. And Eric and Ellie understands this. They did their own after-action review. They learned it. So we're going to go over here. We're going to be turning right. We're right behind this person, okay? This is really close to me right here. I want to have a bigger space cushion. Just in case something happens, like they want to back up. Sometimes people do that. You want to be able to be out of their way just in case. But they are positioned off to the right a little bit. That's not too bad. Okay, that's not too bad. Now we're going to get up to here. We don't want to share the lanes, okay? So we're getting close. So we're going to go ahead and get a little impatient and cut through here just because we can. We're on a motorcycle. We can split through all these different things. That's not something I want to do. That's not something I recommend, because you never know what this person's going to do. They could cut it off. They can stay in that lane. And I believe that's what happened, okay? So we went a little too wide. We crashed into them, and we dumped the bike, and we did a little of a high side. Now, Eric and Ellie, so if you wonder, there's 2 people on this bike. There's 2 people. Not very good. Pretty bad collision. Remember, a concussion, that's a traumatic brain injury. Okay, broken clavicle, that's your collarbone, punctured lung. So more than likely with the broken ribs, they kind of caved in a little bit and punctured the lung. It's going to be very difficult to breathe. You can live through a punctured lung. It's just not going to be something that you want. So Eric and Ellie, DDFM crew members, probably DDFM crew members after this, and learned the mistake, becoming smart riders, because they were practicing the smart rider drills. Definitely going to be something that they learned. All right. Okay, Wolves, here we go. Going through here. We are... Oh, uncommon thing. Got a little bit of the braking on that. What is in front? Why?
No problem.
Don't know why they did that, but here's the thing. Great job with the progressive braking. Applied good progressive braking. Had a decent space cushion beforehand. Look at this. Look at the space cushion. Doing really good. Applying the brakes and was recognizing they're not going to be able to stop in time, so they started to move out. Here we go. Higher RPMs. Remember, nighttime, hazards, and be low visibility. We have lights right in our face. Ooh, had to lay it down. What is that person doing? So we got headlights right in front of us. Don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. It seems like that person wasn't paying attention. Probably on their phone. Probably texting their girlfriend. And then texting their other girlfriend, seeing which one is available. Not paying attention. We had to do this. We applied the brakes pretty hard. This was definitely going to be one of those things where it's like, hey, we're about to crash. We're kind of screwed. And so he just applied the brakes, couldn't swerve out of the way, can't see anything, because remember, you're blinded. Where's my escape paths now? Nighttime, I'm blinded. Escape paths are gone. I can't see nothing. What do I do? What do I do? And he did the best he can, applied the brakes, fell down. Thankfully, that person stopped. Thankfully, that person stopped. Now, if we fell down, hit our left knee, hopefully we have gear to protect that impact, you know? Because that's what I'm seeing is that we fall left, we put our hand down, hit our knee. That's what we're talking about, mechanism of injury. Now, if you don't know, we do have rescue packs and rescue kits and everything here, and it's a huge discount. We took like 40% off of everything, so huge discount, huge discount. Everything, every rescue pack comes with the rescue booklet too, so you're gonna know what to do, how to do it. So grab yourself a rescue pack, check it out. Links in the description for the rescue gear. Check it out. Lots of reductions in price. I want you guys to get something. All right, Martin Milers, here we go. Okay, we're slowing it down, slow-mo version. What's going on? Look forward, look forward. All it takes is a little bit, a fraction of a second of not paying attention. And what is that? We're zoned out, okay? We have a lot of stuff in front of us. Why are we focused on hazards to our left and right? It's like looking down while we're running as fast as we can because we're worried about tripping over a crack. Use your peripheral vision. Look forward, use your peripheral vision. You see something uncommon underneath you, you look down real quick. Oh, there's a crack, you step over. We're riding, you're looking forward. You see somebody getting into that vector zone of wanting to come out. You do a quick look. Okay, we're good. You do a quick look here. Do not keep your focal vision stuck somewhere. Here we go. So we got a nice space cushion here that Audi kind of got out of the way. So they slowed it down. This happened pretty quick. So we're going to look right. We're worried about mergers. What's in front of us? Uh-oh. We're reaching for our brakes here. So we have perception. We perceive this as a threat. We're going to go ahead and react. Now, some people react by honking the horn. Some people react by rev bombing. Some people react by just freezing. They don't react, and that's a brown stage. Breakdown of mental and physical performance. He's reacting the appropriate way to squeeze the brakes. Okay, now there it is. Look how much space cushion we have. But look at all this room over here. This is where your training kicks in. Because when you're in an emergency situation, your nervous system basically just takes over. Your brain, your prefrontal cortex, the CEO of your brain isn't really working in this situation. And if it is, it's because you've been training. So what's happening is instinctually you're going to do what you know to do. And that's going to be honk, rev bomb, squeeze the brakes, slam the brakes, swerve, whatever it is that you've been training. So what we want to do is find escape paths. We want to find where we can swoop in and get ourselves out of here versus crashing into somebody because we don't have good total stopping distance, okay? So perception, reaction, like I said, but then brakes, okay? How long it takes to actually brake and stop is the equation there. So we're not going to be able to do anything, but look, if we swerve to the left, we could have had it. Now, yes, armchair quarterbacking, I'm not in this situation, so this person did the best they possibly can, but what I'm trying to tell everybody here in class is that the best doesn't always work, okay? We're learning from this situation so we don't have to live it. We're going to do our best now with this knowledge that this person didn't have. So thankfully, this person is teaching us what we need to do in a situation like this. We either have to swerve or brake. If we don't have any room, let's swerve. It's as simple as that. So thank you very much for being a smart rider. He's teaching us here, but he didn't acquire any gear really. So let's take a look at the ground. And he's gonna have, what are these, sweats? He's got some sweats going on. No, maybe a little bit of a jeans. He got some regular shoes, got some gloves, but look at the tearing on the right leg. He's got a hoodie. Hopefully it's an armored hoodie. I don't think it is. So make sure you get full gear. Okay, acquire and utilize it. Wasn't very situationally aware. Did decent braking. Maybe ABS kicked in. But he's teaching and mentoring. Look at that right leg.